RavenCoin. So RavenCoin had quite an enormous shift in terms of miners that they received after the Ethereum merge. This is a really strong proof of work crypto that has kept miners mining now for years and years and years. I want to take a look at where RavenCoin can go in this bull cycle. I'll also show a panel that I think is very, very good in terms of showing all the data on the Raven chain. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. If you'd have done the same, if you'd have popped $100 into each of these coins when I released the videos about them, you'd have gotten in at these prices. After 16 months, this is what your profit would have been. If you'd have done, like I say, 100 into each one, in under a year and a half, your profits would have been over 123 grand from a $2,600 investment. You're not going to get that anywhere else but crypto. Now, I referenced the time frame because we're in a bull cycle right now. So you don't have 18 months to sort your portfolio out. You don't have 16 months. You don't have 6 months. If you don't have a portfolio sorted, have a look at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. So whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I tell my members what coin I'm adding and at what price. Whenever I sell a coin, I tell my members what coin I'm selling it and at what price. This means my members make the exact same profit as me, but they don't have to do any work at all. If you go onto the site, you will see the successes that we've had, the profits that the members have made. This is all public record. You can verify it. That's why there are thousands of members on the site. They've been making great money in crypto. This year is going to be no different. And if you don't have your portfolio sorted, get it done, because you're going to leave a ton of profit on the table if you wait 6-7 months. So have a look at the site now. Links in the description, guys. So RavenCoin. So RavenCoin is a digital peer-to-peer network, aims to implement a use case specific blockchain. It's designed to efficiently handle one specific function, the transfer of assets from one party to another. It was built on a fork of the Bitcoin code. It was announced that on October of 2017 and released binaries for mining on January of 2018 with what's called fair launch. There was no pre-mine, ICO masternodes. It was named in reference to a TV show called Game of Thrones, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with by now. It's worth noting they've only been through one bull cycle. Yes, they launched in 2018, but this was after the bull cycle had been finished. The founders of RavenCoin are Bruce Fenton, Tron Black, and Joel Waite. They stand out over the majority of the crypto crowd in that they were all seasoned businessmen and developers before they started this project. So obviously things have changed somewhat. Now we have a lot of businessmen in the crypto space. Fenton is a board member and executive director of the Bitcoin Foundation, or was between 2015 and 18. He also had a solid career as an investment banker, as the vice president of Morgan Stanley in the 90s, managing director of Atlantis Consulting for 13 years, and he works as a managing director of Chainstone Labs, which is a stealth fintech startup. Tron Black's a seasoned software developer with 30 years plus experience. He has worked on several ventures, including Verified Wallet, CoinCPA, and T0. He's currently employed with Medici Ventures, which is a subsidiary of Overstock. And Waite was a CTO at Overstock, which was a well-known online retailer. Now, what I particularly like about RavenCoin, firstly, is, look, proof of work, whatever anyone wants to say about it, proof of work is so damn secure, and miners go where the money is, and there's a good indication of what miners believe based on the mining statistics alone. Obviously, it's a fork of Bitcoin, but they have reduced block time reduced to 1 minute. The coin supply is 1,000 times more than Bitcoin, so 21 billion. And their mining algorithm is Kapow, which is intended to mitigate the ASIC hardware centralization that we've seen happen with Bitcoin. And Raven coins are designed as an internal currency within the network and must be burnt in order to issue token assets on the Raven chain. So they can represent anything from real-world custodial objects like gold or physical euros. virtual goods and objects, share of projects like stocks and securities, airline miles, or anything else. RavenCoin actually has a real use case in the sense of proof of work, in the sense of real world assets in theory, and real world assets is a huge growth sector. Now, RavenCoin's website has really never changed. They keep it really damn simple, but they can show, they show what the RavenCoin network can do. You can make your own security token within minutes and have it traded worldwide, whether that's project shares, virtual goods, physical and digital assets, or credit. And if you want to check out the details, if you go to RVN-dashboard.com, it will take you to this, which is something someone who messaged me on Twitter has made, actually, and it's really solid. Like, it's a proper, really strong dashboard for Raven where it just shows the details. So, me personally, I'm always interested in mining statistics. But you can check out tons of different information on Raven based on this site. So as an example, you can have a look at the burnt Raven over the course of time. So 152 has been burnt in the last 24 hours. If you go over the last year, you can see how much has been burnt, and total burned Raven in the last year, over 15 million. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot. Burned address, so you can see the burned address here. So there's 11.94 mil, in there. But what I'm actually interested in is the mining statistics. Now, the mining details are quite interesting. If we just jump on, what we can see is the shift over the past few years. Obviously, Raven gained a lot of of new miners when the merge happened. We saw this huge spike, went from 2.6 tera or 2.7 terahash all the way up to bloody 20 odd. Obviously, that's going to pull back miners. We're just trying to figure out where they're going to go. But even now, mining rate is around 7 terahash. It's about just shy of 3 times what it used to be prior to the Ethereum merge. So a lot of miners arrived, many left, but many have stayed. And that's because they see value in Raven. And when you take a look at Raven from the long-term price perspective, you can see there's a pretty damn good correlation with Bitcoin pricing. Obviously, Raven hasn't pumped it as much as Bitcoin, but that will always take a little bit longer. Bitcoin's always the first to move. But in terms of correlation, the correlation is pretty damn good. And here's the reality. Look, Raven, when you take a look at it, long-term chart, that pump back in 2021 was really, really strong. And you would expect that we could get something similar. Its all-time high was 28.5 cents. Now, it is worth noting as well, look, Raven still isn't actually on Coinbase. Doesn't mean it's going to arrive on Coinbase, but if it were to arrive on Coinbase, there could be quite a significant pump for this. Now, one thing I will note, the volume on Raven is pretty crap. On a daily basis, it's hovering around 10 mil or so. You've got a few days where it's wild, 90 mil plus. But there's been a lot of days where it's been hovering around, 10 mil or so. And you want the volume higher because obviously that's how exchanges list. That's where they make the money, is trading fees or whatever. Now, I think with the Coinbase listing, which I think has still got a shot because there are days where it's doing, $100 million in volume. I think this has got a real shot of a new all-time high. In reality, look, RavenCoin has a very real use case. Real-world assets is a big, big growth sector. There's going to be tons and tons of different crypto projects competing to be the go-to chain. RavenCoin has been around for ages. Their security is outstanding. They have no centralization risk within their mining. So an attack is going to be next to impossible on RavenCoin, not without costing hundreds of millions of dollars. I think this has got a shot of new all-time high. 30 cents is roughly the target, I think. You know, that's only about 1.5 cents higher than its previous all-time high. And if it got to that level, you would expect price discovery mode could kick it on to 40 cents or so, at least. But the mining statistics show miners believe there's going to be money here. The real world asset category, whatever you want to call it, is growing. Like every single time I'm talking with other YouTubers or whenever I'm talking with or attending conferences, the biggest talking point at the moment is real world assets or AI. They're the two ones that keep being banged. Those drums keep being banged. And it's because the reality is real world assets represent trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of money. And they are not, the liquidity that can be grabbed from them and put into the crypto market is enormous. That would be a huge amount of money that could come into the markets. Anyone that gets that first mover advantage in terms of everyone going there is going to be a project that succeeds. Whether RavenCoin can be that is a big question. I'm not sure it can, because I think there are many projects that have stronger money men involved. You know, your VCs that can work as lobbyists to get the right things in place with banks and everything else. So I don't necessarily think RavenCoin will achieve it, but I think it will hit a new all-time high because I think the miners know where the money is. So, because remember, miners have to buy the rigs, they have to pay for the electric, they've got to go where they believe they're going to make a profit. And clearly, a lot of miners have stayed because they believe there's money to be made here. So I think 30 cents is a very solid target that it can hit, especially with the Coinbase listing. And in that case, it wouldn't shock me to see it, you know, do something even more special than just 30 cents. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Check out the Raven dashboard. Like I say, if you want to learn about the statistics of the Raven network, that's where you should go. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is go to copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with all my members the coins that I own. If you were to join today, you'd see my entire portfolio. Whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I tell my members what coin I'm adding, what price I'm adding it at, what percentage of my money I'm putting in. They can copy along exactly. When I sell a coin, I do the same thing. My members get in on coins at the same price. They get out of cryptos at the same price. There is no work for my members and they make the exact same profit. If you want to see the profits my members have made, that's on the site. If you want to see the successes that we've had, that's on the site. And the reality is we're in a bull cycle. If you have crap coins in your portfolio or no portfolio at all, now is the time to do something about it, because if you wait 2 or 3 months, it's going to be too late and you're going to have missed a ton of money. So now is the time to sort it out. And if you don't know where to get started, start at copymycrypto.com. And that's it from me, guys. Have a good day.